Alrighty. Welcome to another live impromptu bowling session at Putnam Street, Fitchburg. It was planned to be at Brian's Bowlaway, but unfortunately Brian was sick. He said he would stay open for us, and if it's Brian and the word us, you might know who I'm referring to. But he decided he's sick, he wants to go home, let him. So he came to Putnam Street. So, we're ready to start whenever you're ready. Well, it is GEO, and that's right. Once again, the parental unit is giving it a go. Ooh. So you barely blow on the pins, they fall down here. That's what I like about it. And it is 100% legit. Oh! He slipped under our little, whatever rules, for him at least. 8, 9, and kingpin remains. Yeah. Niner.
Do you press the button?
Yeah. And you put in the 9. Yeah, semi-automatic.
What's that?
Powder. So you can slide better.
Yeah, well.
Well, I didn't tell you because you don't really do much.
I know, but it was enough that. And that's why I like Putnam Street. Now the pin plates are 10,000ths of an inch in smoothness, meaning they're very slick without having to do anything. Whereas on the steel pin plates, you have to do things to get the same effect. Going for the spare, and it did not curve enough. And he's got an 8. That wasn't good. I need to do it.
And even at Putnam Street, the father-son curse. It happens. Ooh. And when we play at my father, it's a 4-game event, not a 6. Because when we decided to see how long we could go initially, as he leaves the 4 horsemen on the right, he arrived that he could do 4. And 6.
Move to the left. And an 8. Now, missing by that much, it still shows, yeah, even if I get good scores, I still suck. Another head pin shot, and again, another yuck.
I don't see him mixing up that great.
Ooh. First clean plate, wishing it was a mark though. Father likes to watch the animations. Alright, per usual, the half times I'll just recite what they are, and I'll take the phone off the whole thing to show you the final score. Alright, I'm not, he's my father, I'm not going to charge him for copyright infringement. That's better. And 6.
I'm going to get 60.
All right. His first half is a 9, 8, 6, 6. And he's my father, so I'm not going to have him do what people do when they get 3 6s. So my father got all 3 6s. I will do this for him. Slayer! He doesn't know what that means.
No, I don't. 35. I'm on the road to 70. You should get some mix.
I can finally almost throw the ball fast enough.
I'm hitting the head when I ain't doing it.
And he remains for 9. Basically, Slayer is all right, so I got 9, 6, 8, 10, and 9 for 42. Again, another head pin shot. Oh, and he got robbed of a strike. Meanwhile, I hit the head pin too late. Spare. And that is how things normally go. Why does everything appear so foggy? You hit this with a towel. Yeah, that's a better. I'm surprised it was that foggy. Alrighty, so to no one's surprise, my father is the one that gets the first mark. So tell me again how Putnam's isn't easy.
It ain't being easy to me.
does count because the ball hit a piece of wood on the pin plate before it hit the sidewall and took out the 10. As long as the ball makes fair contact with any piece of wood or a pin, whatever happens is good. Ooh, El Stinko, the bonus ball, visits him with a 2. What's worse, it's a half Worcester. Oh, and I looked it up on a map. Miola's is not halfway. Wow. I thought it was, but it's about 40% of the way. Oh, welcome to Union Station. That's a 5. Curse of the Phil.
So that's fair, really well.
Well, it turns out 5 into a 7. Eight. Another head pin shot. A little weak, but it was there. He's doing something I can't. Or at least can't for now. Hello, drum machine. He was standing so still. I thought the live stream froze up. Wow.
The second one, that last shot is the one.
That's a legitimate, how does that happen? 7. Finally a head pin shot on that one.
The only way I can catch you is getting 2 spares.
And, well, it's still possible. Last ball I held on too long. No, 8. We got the 10 pin.
Well, I guess I'll get 7. Come on, keep going.
And a third of 10. I'm still waiting for a mark to happen. Well, for my last frame, I just need that many, and it did lock up.
My hand twists, see where they let it go.
What if it doesn't like being zoomed, but it's the only camera that'll do it.
Twisting the
Well, at least he made 70.
Wait for the twist.
And 70 it shall be.
That wasn't very good for playing for the twist. I don't even know what I got.
You got 3.
Well. Alright, now we gotta stop. It's the end of warm-up.
All right. Unplug and see the score. This is not bad for no marks. Unfortunately, it's no marks. 87. To my father's 70. All right. Game number 2. Since he started it off, he's going to start the next one.
So where do I hit?
You hit 1. There you go. It's been a while since we played in an alley that had semi-automatic scoring. Again, head pin, which I can't do. And nope. And
I can't pick up.
9 to start.
Not even close.
Well, the corners are hard.
Well, let me go to last
Oh, look, it's our friend Bob Caleri. Hi, Bob. Let's say bye, Bob. Piece of wood that could help. Yeah, there's no slide.
Oh, you stop right at the end. Oh, I almost hit the damn thing.
Oh, he got robbed. And another 9.
Put enough hook on it. Huh?
There's a pin standing up.
I guess you gotta hit him hard. Then you get a good hit. I don't throw as hard. Oh, I got you that. You know you are.
Niner. Riverwalk lanes, I'm not sure. It depends on the work schedule.
I was clearing that one up.
I would like to go back to Riverwalk. Now that they've re-sanded the lanes so they're pristine. And apparently the approaches are really slippery, which for me, I don't care too much. If they're really slippery, it's if they stick, I don't like it. And you got 5.
I mean, it's there. It's me.
Just be thankful it's Putnam Street.
I couldn't do any worse than
As Dave Maddle would say, flux capacitor.
that one's coming in. Oh, thought it was gonna go again. It's still rolling.
Still no marks. No slide, which just proves to you that if the conditions are just off enough, I suck. Oh, and speaking of, get ready for November's Watch Me Suck at Bowling. There'll be the heavily edited videos from, when it comes to bowling, not very fun spot. And he leaves the bowling god's middle finger. 9.
I'm no better than last.
Went in the gutter, that's no good. So far, there's nothing to write home about. Do you have a Needham opinion Needham Bowlaway? I've never been. Ouch, spread eagle type shot. Just gotta go for the right wing. And well, we'll get something. 6. So he's got 9-9, 5-9-6, which will make it a 37-38. I are good at math.
Fighting for a center. We're getting robbed over here.
9er. 7-9-8-5-9. Rebuildable 38 for the both of us. 8 lanes and semi-automatic scoring. And then it's music, that's the problem right there. Watch me suck at bowling, not really. You can edit the music out. Live stream, it would have to be silenced. Now Facebook's become a copyright Nazi. They don't even give you a chance to file a petition. If you match something, your video is gone. That's it. The copyright owner, when they're notified, they have the ultimate choice whether or not it will be available again. One of my videos got hit. Creator said fair use and made it live again. So I guess live streams on Facebook are useless at this point. Down, aren't they? Somehow got a 10 out of that. The 10 helps. Almost the same thing as before, but he left the 7. Helpful piece of wood behind the 1 and 3. Maybe, no. Just a hair too far to the right. Plan B for a 10.
Doing better than last time. Looking great.
And there it goes. Of all places to do bad, Putnam Street. Looks like the strike streak or even a mark streak is going to die here today. The only other place the mark streak has died was Fun Spot. That's a 4. I went over the foul line, so that's no good. Is Putnam Street going to join other places in the dubious 0 frame?
No, I got 1. Yeah, I didn't understand.
And 1, that's it. So this game's junk.
Yeah.
proof I still suck at bowling because the lanes are ever so sticky. That's all it takes. So what I used to say, I don't suck well. Mild conditions that are unfavorable are enough to screw everything up. A good bowler can play with a slightly sticky floor, and I can't. Therefore, I suck. Eight. Oh, you won this one anyway.
I didn't know this one. I didn't know who was.
This place has its sticky points. Yep, you get your last ball. Oh, looks like you already got an automatic 8. And if you can hear that in the background, that's the Fitchburg anthem player. And you're in the 80s. You got the 8 anyway. I suck. Slightly sticky lanes, that's all it takes. Barely even considered decent. And I won't even call it decent, it's garbage. Yeah, this place had a no slide issue before. Yeah, press yes. This might be the second time that I'm going to call it early. And one more because
difference.
10, 9. Left the middle finger again.
That's not every game's overtime. As soon as you let that go, you could see it was going down the field.
Well, at least I get a mark today. That's something that did not happen at Fun Spot at all. Oh, well, there's your spoiler. Yeah, Putnam is not treating us too well. Actually, the owners like it to have slide. In fact, they make the building cold during tournaments so that no matter how sticky the floors are, that there will be slide. In fact, they have a carpet with powder on it to try and help people slide if they need it. And this place is just having that awful sticking moment. Here's something we didn't think I'd see today, and that's El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Of course. Yeah, it doesn't add it till it's done. Well, that's the one mark we'll probably see the whole day. Unless my father, he'll marks. There's a weak head pin shot. Ouch. 5.
I have to be twisted every time.
5.
Right there.
Afternoon, Tom. You're watching me truly suck today. All it takes is a slightly sticky approach and my game goes to hell. Which is enough to prove that even when I do get high scores, I still suck. Because if it's not 100% ideal and the scores go in the toilet, you suck. Third game, I only got one mark, and it was a one fill.
I have to be happy with
And of course, per rules of Candlepin bowling, I gotta wait for the wood to settle, and I finally did. Yeah, the powder carpet piece that they have for us to improve slide helps a little bit. It's just too sticky in here. I need to do something about that. Like I've said before, when they have their tournament, they intentionally keep this place cold enough that if you're not bowling, that people wear at least a spring jacket because he keeps it that cold so that the floors will have better slide. It's not exactly a warm day out, but halftime. For my father, 9-8, 5-9-9, 41. Me a spare, 8 in the second. Only the one fell on the first ball to fill that. 7-8-9, 43. Bottom end of average. That's pretty much how this day is going. Put resin powder on bottom of the left foot, it helps, but not. But if you have any in and hey, watcher says hello to you. I think Tom says hello. And there it goes. Nope, 5. I didn't see one back there. Yeah, like I said, just slightly unfavorable and my scores go to hell. So even when I get hundreds and stuff, it's only because the conditions are good. And if I can't bowl slightly sticky lanes, as much as people say I don't, I do suck. You got 4. And the middle finger again. Street action saves it again. Deserved 9, gifted the 10. Just enough to make the bowling god's middle finger disappear. All right, that may help it a bit. 58. Yeah, still bottom end of average, but all right. I also swear they do some kind of refinishing to a degree when the tournament comes.
They fall so radiant, you told me.
Because lanes 1, 2, and 3 are intentionally super sticky, but they're nice and slidable during the tournament. Seven. Well, all that other action would have never happened if it wasn't so easy. How it leaves what you get left with is
You're missing the head and it's killing me.
Eight is great, as Chris would say.
Lucky I got the ass.
That's what Putnam is famous for, the gifts. Oh, come on. That would have been a lucky spare. But instead, it's the middle finger waving at him for 9.
First man win.
Oh, there's Bob again. What's the... And there's an I wish it was ball 2 moment.
Anybody gets a spin, they might win. No spin.
So I just need 4 to break the bottom end of average skill. Might be because we had a lot of rain over the week and lanes are sticky from that. That's known to happen. There it is. For those of you who know what to type, feel free to type it. Oddly enough, I was actually aiming for the left wing on ball 2. Again, showing you that I suck and I can't even aim. Anyway. The one mark I'm probably getting the whole day. Yeah. You are?
Yeah, I didn't lose. Oh. You count the pins now, I lost.
So you're done? Alright, so I'll just... Yeah, one. Yeah, we usually do 4.
Do we?
Yeah.
All right.
And I have.
I forgot. That's how much you know. No, put it back in.
Yeah, I said we can.
You start. This time.
It happens to be now I'm George 1 and GEO Senior is my father.
Oh.
The way how sticky these things are, I'm surprised I got a strike. The good news is the strike streak didn't die. And in this place, that's quite embarrassing. And it has twice. And we haven't bowled in so long, my father forgot we do 4 games. In fact, that was his number. He came up with the 4-game stints. 8. Now, I have got double strikes here, I believe, 3 times. I've also got a double strike at Acton because it's a grease pit. I've got a double strike with Chris at Brian's Bowlaway. And of all places of getting one, I actually did at Mason's. I mean, that's a miracle in its own. 2 El Stinko the bonus balls. Just be glad you didn't go.
Why? Todd?
Places. Both bonus balls suck, that's a 4. Yep. Another I wish it was ball 2 moment. Oddly enough, in spite of the conditions working against me, I got a perfect game going. In candlepin bowling, a perfect game is when you get all 10 pins down in your turn, regardless of how many balls it takes. A few months ago, some guy was the first in the world to get a perfect game with a minimum score of 100. That's a 10 in all frames. A 300 is unofficially considered impossible because the highest score in the Guinness records, he's got a 9 there. The highest score achieved in candlepin according to Guinness World Record is 245. And someone named Sem and Chris Sargent co-hold it. Kiss the perfect game goodbye, and 8. Oddly enough, the closest I came to a perfect game was at a hard house, Brian's Bowl Away. 7 perfect frames, and then an 8 happened. And then another 8 happened, and then a 10. So I had 8 frames that had all the pins down. I left only 4 standing the entire time. Score of 107.
Get one side, then the other side.
So it was a lot of 10s. And that's why it's easy. Anyway, my high singles are 139. It's been done here. High triple I broke last week at New Palace. It now stands at 325. Niner. It's starting to look a lot like a Putnam Street game now. Funny, the last time my father and I bowled, I got a 123 at Brian's. Again, it's a tough place. And if you've played Riverwalk, then you know what Brian's is like. Oh, it went left too much. That's a 4. The 4s wasn't with him. At least he didn't get a 1. Oh, I didn't see how that would have worked. That's a sucky spear because I was completely not hitting where I was aiming. Nonetheless, we take anything that's lucky. So far, he leaves the Bob Caleri. Spare, no, a strike, then a 10. Only 4 of them filled the strike. 8, 9, and a spare. Oh, wow, now that's robbery. Right, exactly where it should have been. So far, my half is a 51. And an 8. My father's having a rough time. 8, 9, 8, 4, 8, 37. Now to determine what the half is going to be. Huh?
What's the all white? In other words, it doesn't have the red on it. That's supposed to be
The all white, that's probably the tape. Yeah, I know what you mean. And there's my fill. Now, Stenko stunk as hard as it could, so the half is the 51. Kind of a worthless 10, because none of that was on ball 1. Now, if that was ball 1 and 2, that would have been better. Four horsemen. Yeah, they say throw it comfortably. Don't try to huck it. That might do it. Oh! Maybe you should have thrown it harder. That's the thing about this game. A lighter ball does good things. Harder balls do good things. 8. This has been a rotten run. I mean, so far 2 of the 4 games, and likely the 3rd one, will be passable. But no luck here today. Yeah, there's no hundreds here. Usually I get at least 1, but A, it's only 4 games, and B, after all the wet weather we had, the approaches are ridiculously sticky, which for this place is out of the norm. Half Worcester. Oh, wow. And like I say, the pin plates are machined to 10,000th of an inch. Hence how you can get action. It looks juiced, but isn't. The last time I was here live, we went up to the pin deck and proved by rubbing the palm of my hand on it that there's nothing on there. 7. All right. This looks like a Putnam score, although the slide's disappearing again. 7. Yeah, the game's down the toilet now. Fortunately, the score's high enough that it should turn out okay at best. Nothing special here today. 3 of the 4 games are good. I mean, I got to really stink it up for it to not be a bottom end of average at least. And my father's hitting the head pin left and right, and I'm the one that got the strike. And 9. Yeah, the slide disappeared. It's not worth going back to the carpet to get more powder on the shoe. Well, 3 of the 4 good. The bottom one was 72. Middle finger again. Yeah, it all went down the toilet, but I broke the middle end of average still. So yeah, for here, that's not really that impressive. For Putnam Street, we'll show you. I mean, we're almost done. Probably because Mason's is nowhere, all the alleys are well enclosed. You don't have windows or doors right there. That it fares better in humid conditions. It's a hair sticky, but not too bad. Here we go. And when 91's the highlight, especially here, that's not exactly the best of games. And Dad Bowl again. Thanks, Tom. So that was an impromptu. Putnam Street Lanes was supposed to be Brian's, but Brian was sick. He wanted to leave, so we let him go. Yeah, 91 for the high is not that good for a run at Putnam Street. Anyway, George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed, have a good one. And I proved, because the conditions are slightly off and my scores go down the toilet, regardless of what people say, I still do suck at bowling.